Hello, happy Friday. It is Friday again. Thanks for joining me again. I really appreciate you being here in this group, and I hope that you're finding some value in what I am posting and sharing. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started with our Friday live. Today, we're talking about creating engaging content. All right, so here we go. All right, so creating engaging content. So what does it mean to create engaging content? So we want people to engage with our posts, engage with us, and find value in what we're sharing and feel like they can connect with us, right? So here are some tips and tools to do that. So first, you want to identify your audience. So what is your target audience? I know we say a lot of the word niche a lot, but what is your target audience? Is it mothers? And we want to be kind of specific with this. So is it, mothers of small children? Is it homeschooling mamas? Is it workout fitness people? Identify your audience and then figure out what message you want to share with them. So is it, tips on how to foster a Christian household with your children? Be specific on what you want your message to be overall for your audience. And then choose the right visual content. I mean, if you know me at all, you know that I love pretty things and I like things to be visually attractive. So, infographics, videos, images. I think people are getting away more from the graphics and more pictures of yourself, of your family, videos, lives, that sort of thing. Do your research. Of course, ChatGPT is amazing for researching. But what I like to do with ChatGPT is get like an outline, but then take pieces of that and go deeper. So really try to get as much content that is relatable and different in something that people need. So do your research there, and then design or create your pretty graphic, your pretty post, your reel. I know we talked last week about how to create reels, so those come right in there with the content creation. And then incorporate data and statistics if you can. There are some really great connections between ChatGPT and Notion and some other programs that can get you pie charts and all of these statistics and great charts. So it's great to say, this many percent of people do this or that. It really connects with people if they can see numbers and statistics. And then, of course, high quality images. Nothing will rile me up more than seeing a pixelated picture that's been screenshot 1,500 times. So, of course, use quality pictures. And then keep it clear and simple. I am as guilty as anybody else about putting a lot of words on a graphic, but people will not read it. So we want just something to get their attention to then read the caption and see, what your post is about. And then try to use consistent branding so that not every post is a different color, a different style. Try to pick a style and just kind of stick with that style. And then add a call to action. This is so important. This is probably the most important part of your content and posting is what is that call to action? DM me, fill out this form. What is your call to action so that you get them to make an action and do something. And then make sure that your content looks good on a mobile as well as on a computer. For me, I create everything on a computer. And then when I go to my phone, I'm like, oh, well, that didn't work out there like I thought it was gonna. So check it on a mobile device as well. And if you create content on a computer like I do, sometimes it looks great and it's like, looks like I can read it, but then when I look at the phone, it's so tiny, I can't even read what it says. So look at both your phone and your computer or your iPad if that's what you're using. And then test and review, post, this type of style, this type of content, and if it doesn't work, then readjust. And then publish and promote. I mean, of course, you can repurpose your content on all the platforms. So use it in your newsletter, use it in an email, use it in Instagram, Facebook, all of the places, so that you don't have to keep creating new content for all platforms. And then here are just some tools that you can use to create content. I mean, Canva, of course, is my go-to super fave that I started out with. And it's super easy to use on a computer. Now, I'm going to say the app is not as user-friendly. So if you're going to use Canva, I would use it on a computer. That's me. Adobe Creative Cloud, I use this as well, but this really takes some high skills. So if you know how to use Photoshop, those type of programs, Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, those are kind of more advanced, and you will have to learn how to use them. They're not user-friendly or intuitive. You really will have to take some training. Visme is another tool that you can use to make graphics on your phone. I think that's pretty easy for your phone. It's an app. And then Piktochart is great for making pie charts and graphs. Venage is also an infographic type of app, same thing. So, I mean, these all are kind of pretty similar when we get down to it. And then Hootsuite and Buffer are both apps where you can schedule your posts out, so you don't have to be there every second and, be doing that. So I just got, for a second, I was like, am I even live? But I am. Okay. So choose the tool that works best for you. And of course, like Adobe, that suite is really expensive, so you don't want to use that. But Canva is free. You can get a lot of the content for free. So try to pick an app that's, not too expensive. And then focus on your audience so that you're focused on their preferences. So this kind of is going to another discussion here about how to connect. So here's an example of an audience-centric approach. If you're in the health and wellness, for example, tailor your content to make a quick offer for at-home workouts, because you did some research, you realize that people want to work out at home, and so that's what you're going to post about. So try to use storytelling, visual content, interactive. So I do a lot of engaging posts where I ask a question and then I get 50 million answers. And then after I get all those answers, I'll even do, well, my poll told me that, 75% of people put their Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving or something like that. So here's just an example of someone who's in the health and wellness arena posting about nutrition, fitness, mental health, that sort of thing. Social media engagement, optimize content for your social media platforms, trying to get likes and shares and comments. So ask people a question or have a question and answer session with people would be an example of that. And then check your success. Did you get a lot of likes? Did you get a lot of comments, or was it like a dud? So when you're measuring this, it will tell you what kind of content lands with your audience and what doesn't land. All right, so hopefully you learned some things today, and I really appreciate you joining me and tuning in. And I will see you next Friday for our live. And I hope you have a great day and a great week.